Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to episode 65, the Christmas gift guide of Bell to Bell with Bobby Blaze. I am your host, Professor Jeremy Vilmer, or Scorpion Claus, as some may know me. And joining us now is Santa Bobby Blaze. What's happening, Bobby?
Man, I'll tell you, Scorpion Claus, man, I'm going to tell you what happened. That fucking Melanie had a friend over.
Oh, no.
And, man, I'm telling you, her whole room smells like sex, man. I don't care that she had a fucking friend over. But, man, when that room smells like sex, it just makes me horny. And I'm like, man, Melanie, you've been sharing that pussy to everyone else. You better give me some, honey. That's all I'm saying.
So we know what Bobby wants for Christmas.
That's what Santa Bobby wants for Christmas. Melanie, get in here. Spray that room down some breeze or something. I don't know. Jeez. Yeah, I'm doing okay there, Scorpion Claus. Whew. Getting in the Christmas spirit, man. That's all.
Hey, yeah, that's there's something to be said for getting in the Christmas spirit. We are definitely going to be talking about that today. But before we get started, I want to bring up the fact that the NWA has announced that they're bringing back the TV title.
Cool. Big pop for me.
Yeah, I love that belt. It brings back thoughts of Arn Anderson and Tully Blanchard. I hope they bring it back with red leather because they've been doing everything else retro, so why not that?
Exactly. Yes.
Yeah. And yesterday was their pay-per-view, and I know a couple of our listeners watched it. I did not.
Yeah, well, I hope they enjoyed it, man. And I'm looking forward to the next, few weeks of taping. Well, I guess they'll start back this Tuesday, or maybe next. I'm not sure, but I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, when you told me about the TV title, I popped, man. So thank you.
Yeah, no,
and I'm with you. I hope the whole thing, Arn Anderson and Tully and the red. And I hope they keep it like that, man. We'll see.
Yeah,
that is great.
Absolutely. And I saw my little brother tried to start an argument with Fritz von Moltke on Twitter yesterday, but
Woo, I don't know. He's tough to beat, man.
Him.
Yeah,
you don't really want to argue with him. It's just,
No. That's for sure.
But
he's got a good Twitter feed too.
Oh, he does. Yeah. If anybody listening is not following him, go follow him. He shits on AEW a lot, but whatever. We all shit on what we shit on. So,
Yeah. Yeah, that's all right, man.
Yeah.
That's all right. So what else is going on, man? Anything?
You know what? Everything outside of that, I'm kind of out of the loop these days.
Yeah. Me too.
I can tell you, because there was no NWA this week, I did watch some NXT with my brother. And holy shit, man, there are some good fucking wrestlers in that.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, and there's good wrestlers and everything. I have never watched NXT for years. My brother's been like, "Oh, you got to watch this. You got to watch this." I'm like, "No, I don't. I really, really don't." And Bobby, I think I might have been wrong. I think I might have been off.
I've watched several of the takeovers for the last few years, and they've all been. I've never been disappointed. I'll say that. So the NXT takeover before they do the Mania show is excellent every year. I'm telling you. But there's some talented people there, and of course you can get that good quality production. And man, it's just hard to beat that when you turn on something and see it that looks that damn professional.
Yeah,
you're like,
Well, it's got somehow it has the WWE production level. Yeah, production level. But it still feels like a indie show somehow. They get both feelings in there, and I didn't think that was possible, and they do it. Yeah. So, if I were the one to ever admit that I was wrong, and I'm not, this might be one of those situations, but it isn't. So,
I hope you found you something to kind of start watching again, man. That might get you back in a groove on that. I might have to check it out my daggone self.
Yeah, I mean, it's really good stuff.
I watch the takeovers only usually, but I'll check it out. I'll check some more recent stuff out myself.
Well, no, that's the thing. It's like, there's still good stuff out there. We're a bunch of crusty old cranks, and we don't like to admit it, but, a couple weeks back, I had my grandson over, and I don't remember why, but I put on, I know why. It's because Micah was here, too. My son and grandson were here, and I put on the most recent episode of the NWA.
Okay.
And, Micah hadn't seen any of it, and my grandson hasn't really, really watched wrestling much at all. I mean, he's 7, he probably shouldn't. Then Killian, my grandson, asked me, he was like, why do these guys do this? I go, well, they got to pay the bills. And then the Rock and Roll Express came out, and he goes, do those guys pay the bills? I said, shit, son, in the 80s, they paid everybody's bills.
Oh, that's a straight shoot, man.
Yeah.
That's pretty damn good. Yeah, that's pretty good.
But a little bit later, what was funny, he was like, he goes, you're not going to start wrestling, are you? You'd get hurt. And I said, I'd break a hip. I said, but, your dad used to go set up wrestling rings with people on weekends and stuff. He's like, what? I said, oh, yeah, your dad was going to be a wrestler. Yeah. He goes, well, White, he goes, if for some reason he calls his dad Micah, but he goes, Micah, you can't wrestle, you'll get killed. So I just thought that was really funny.
Yeah, right on, man. That is funny. Good deal. All right, man. Well, real quickly, I'm going to mention a couple of things.
Sure.
So this week's show, just to know, our sponsor is going to be the High Spot. So it's tinyurl.com/BB High Spots, if I'm not correct, right? You know that.
That is correct.
Wrestling. Okay.
And they have, they have really cool stuff too. Like if you're a fan, if you're anybody, they have shoot interviews with like damn near everybody. They even got one with Kelly Klein, who's got fired from ROH for some.
Oh, you got one up? Okay.
Yeah. But also if you're a wrestler, you can get boots, trunks, tights, masks, whatever there.
Yeah.
Also,
they used to have canvases, and they really had some really nice canvases at one point too. I know people bought canvases.
They still do, and you can if you want to run a show, you can even rent a ring through them.
Okay, very cool. Very cool. Yeah, some good people down there at High Spots. But it's tinyurl.com/BB High Spots. If you want to give for us anything wrestling, like we talked about, just go to that and use our TinyURL, and that'd be cool. We appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Any shout outs or any other things real quickly there before we might need to mention something? I would like to bring it up, or you could bring it up. We talked about this a little bit off the air last week, and I think it's, something we need to talk about real briefly, but, just want to make sure before we change gears and get into the big format of the show.
Well, you know what? I'll let you bring it up, and then we'll kind of talk about it for a second. So, yeah.
Okay. That sounds good. Well, okay. Like last week, Jeremy and I, as I end the show, always, he said my message of kindness is kind of starting to spread, and I hope it is, man. I do think, hey guys, people, be good to each other out there, take care of each other. And I mean that. It's just, it's a cold, cruel world out there sometimes. And, so we was talking, and I almost mentioned it during that as we were going off, and it just wasn't the right time. So off the air, the professor there and myself spoke about it. And I just want to mention this. It's Christmas time. Probably by the time you get this, it's going to be, 7 or 8, a week or two away a week away at the most, probably by the time this show comes up on your podcast. And we appreciate all you fans for listening. Thank you so much. I know you can listen to a bunch of other podcasts. Mm-hmm. So if you're listening to this, thank you very much. But also here's something I want you to think about. This time of year, Christmas time, not everyone is happy and jolly. And, so kind of look around you. Pay attention to yourself. If you're having problems or something bothering you, if you notice one of your friends that's just not down and they're all bah humbug, like I said, everyone might not get some of these, we're doing gifts today. Someone might not get one gift, and it could be whatever it is, man. But I just want to put this out there. Please consider spreading this message, and I'll put it on my Twitter feed, and I'm sure to go to the Bell to Bell podcast feed. The suicide hotline, the prevention lifeline, is 1-800-273-TALK. It's 1-800-273-8255, and that's TALK, and that's the suicide prevention lifeline. And the professor and I have brought this up a couple episodes every so often we brought it up. So this is very serious. No comedy bit, no wrestling bit. It's just a life bit that, I just thought it was important. We put that out there, and, please share that if you're listening to this podcast. And again, thank you for listening to it. And, that number's there for a reason. So if you're listening to it and you need it, don't hold back, man. And that's all I kind of want to say.
Yeah. And I probably should hesitate a little bit because it hasn't happened yet. But coming up soon here, we, the United States, are establishing the number 988 as a suicide prevention number. So it'll be a short 3-digit. It hasn't happened yet, but the FCC just approved it, and our Congress and President and everybody are on board. So hopefully that will kick in soon. And yeah, if you guys, I'll get serious here for a second, and then we'll get back to our ha-ha shit in a minute. But if you are to the point in your life where you think the only way to get ahead is to hurt yourself or somebody else, do me a favor, take a minute, talk to somebody. Don't do it. Wait a while. Once you've done it, you can't step back and undo it. So talk to somebody. Call this number, call a priest, a rabbi, whoever you need to talk to. It's a shit time of year to kill yourself. So please don't do it. And I'm going to let it go at that.
There you go. Very well said. Okay, so let's jump back into the show here. Of course, this is episode 65. As you said, it's going to be our holiday gift guide, and hopefully you folks will like it, man. I think the professor hopefully passed it on to the Scorpion that he's got a pretty good list for us, and hopefully Santa Bobby here, we can deliver that. We're going to kind of do it just in a fun way, and then we do have a couple very cool gifts, and we'll just kind of go from there. And so some of them, I guess, what do you call them? Weird, wacky, shitty, funny, I don't know, but...
Well, let me see here. I got to go back through Jeremy's notes, but but like Yogurt said in Spaceballs, merchandising. As Christmas approaches, it's the time of year where we let our greed and avarice run wild. But it's not just us, not just the consumers. It's also major corporations and businesses and producers who get greedy and license their logos and whatnot to just about everything. So join us this week on episode 65 of Bell to Bell with Bobby Blaze as we discuss some of the coolest, which Bobby will present to us, and then some of the most blatant cash grabs, which I will be talking about, in wrestling merchandising. Now, a lot of this is going to be WWE, but you got to remember they were really the only company for the last 20 years, so it's not intentional that I'm going after them,
Yeah.
The biggest problem here is, Bobby, no matter how hard I searched, I could not find a Sasha Banks body pillow.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Melody, it's time for you to leave. Yep. I got a present coming. Yes.
Yeah.
I'm going to find a link to that.
Yeah.
All right. Hey, Mike Mills, if you're listening, watch out. He's a Sasha Banks fan. I know that.
I think anybody who's seen her is probably a Sasha Banks fan.
Sure. Absolutely, man. So let's start throwing some of these out here and having some fun and see what's shaking, So. Yeah.
Well, in the case of the good stuff, we'll actually try to give you links to them, or at least tell you where you can find them on Amazon. In the case of the bad ones, I'm just going to rip into them mercilessly. But, the first one I went with, just because, like, when I was a kid and when my kids were young, every Christmas I put toothbrushes in the stockings, or I got a toothbrush in the stocking. And I found WWE toothbrushes where there's a picture of a dude on your toothbrush, and I'm not putting some dude's picture in my mouth. I'm not doing it.
Oh, yeah, I'm with you, man. I don't know. Hey, no comment. I don't want some dude's fucking picture in my mouth That's a good one to open with. I'm kind of dumbfounded, actually, that they had that on there. I just was like, okay, whatever. But no, that's not for me either. I don't know if it's for the little boy or little girl in your family to stick it in their stocking. Chris, toothbrush, good idea. A man on that toothbrush for boy or girl, no, not a good idea.
And look, I'm all for, oral hygiene. Like, I own stainless steel tongue scrapers. Okay. I'm a big fan of being able to have your mouth clean most of the time, but like the idea of sticking Triple H in your mouth, like, outside of a handful of wrestling rats, who the fuck wants a wrestler in their mouth, Bobby? Not you, not me.
No, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure there's some girls following the Rock and Roll Express around who are okay with it, but that's probably
right on. So yeah, oral hygiene is very important, but you can just get a toothbrush. Hopefully Santa just put a regular toothbrush in your stocking.
Exactly, yeah. They have a lot of good choices, and they're usually like green or blue.
Yeah. I used to love orange, but years ago, it was my favorite color is blue, but I always liked orange toothbrushes, but I'm back to the old blue and white, and that's what I use. And cheap plug, I used Oral-B, and I also have I have an electric toothbrush, thankfully, that I've had for the last About the last year, I picked up one I'd been meaning to, and I went on Twitter, and some people sent me a couple links, and I ended up getting one of those Sonics. And my next time, I'm gonna get a water pick one day, just so you know. I just that's my next threat to myself, or treat to myself. But I use an old manual Oral-B, and then I use the Philips Sonic electric toothbrush. So,
yeah, it's the Sonic Care. I used to have one of those.
Yeah, it's pretty good. Yeah,
I used to have a water pick too, and I ran it so often that I actually burned out the motor. But
that's what I want to get next, and I just haven't. So maybe when we get off here, I might order one. We'll see.
Yeah.
Okay.
Well, let's bring that up real quick. What's our regular Amazon login so people can go buy a water pick?
Oh yes, tinyurl.com/BB Try Prime. If you go to that, if you go to tinyurl.com/BB Try Prime, if you use that, you could help support the show a little bit. We'll get a little bit of kickback if you're a Prime member, and that's 30 days free. I'll let the professor tell you, or the Scorpion tell you a little bit about that. But basically, you can get it for 30 days free. But if you use that tinyurl, the show gets a little bit of kickback, a couple dollars, and that helps pay for a hosting fees. Mm-hmm. And so just kind of consider using that on any of these gifts. But if you want to get something off Amazon, just use tinyurl.com/BB Try Prime. And this would be a good time to do it, because let me tell you, one of my boys ordered something on Prime the other day, and he's in the Cincinnati area, and he got next day shipping. So I thought he was talking to me on the phone and ordered it, and then he texted me the next day like, "Dad, that gift came." And I thought that's pretty cool, because he bought his cousin something, and I was like, "Damn, that's quick." And like I said, he's in a metropolitan area, or a bigger area than where I'm at. But I'm just saying, he got it really quick, like next day. And so anyway, consider that, folks. tinyurl.com/BB Try Prime. So tell them what else they can get with that Prime.
Oh, you can, you can watch movies, TV shows, you can, get next day shipping, music. Amazon Prime is quite literally the reason that retail stores are closing all around this country, because you can get everything through them and you can get it next day.
Yeah.
The biggest problem there, of course, is now I live in this apartment in a gated community, and I've had boxes dropped off to the office that don't get here for a week because they, open after I go to work and close before I get home. And yeah, that's kind of angering, but whatever. That's not Amazon's fault. It's just me being a grumpy old bah humbug.
Well, I'll give you a little bit of holiday cheer. I watched the first episode last Sunday after we got the air of season 3, episode 1 of the marvelous Mademoiselle. Mrs. Maisel, Madam, what is it? The Marvelous Miss Maisel, yes.
Yeah.
The comedian, actually, Lenny Bruce, once again, the character playing that, a big, strong performance for the episode 1. So I know you like that. And, they did drop season 3 either last Thursday or Friday or something, and I got around to watching the first episode last Sunday. I streamed it, so that's another good thing. And I know you like Corner Gas, right?
Oh yeah, love Corner Gas, and that's on there. Yeah.
Okay. And so a lot of good benefits to it.
Yeah, well, that Miss Maisel, I mean, she's cute and funny, so I mean, it's worth watching just for her. But the guy that plays Lenny Bruce on there is a perfect Lenny Bruce.
Have you seen the first one of season 3 yet?
No, I haven't watched it yet.
He actually gets a lot of screen time. Obviously he's not the star of the show, but he's got a pretty big part of minutes in this first episode. So I think you'll appreciate it, because I know you like that character.
I remember in season 2 they redid one of his TV bits, and it's the kid doing fucking airplane glue in his room. And I have heard that Lenny Bruce routine 1,000 times at least, and he was dead on the whole performance. I mean, dead on. It was you couldn't tell that if you were to play those, you would be able to tell who it was, and that was really good. Yeah.
Right on, man. Hey, let's talk about some more gifts then.
Yeah, absolutely.
What else you got for us?
Hey, you know, Bobby, one of my favorite things in pro wrestling is when you give somebody a weapon that would murder somebody and they really shouldn't have them. My other favorite thing is when you do a bunch of violent stuff and tell kids, hey, don't do this at home, but here's a giant blow-up air fucking sledgehammer for you, so you can model this behavior that we have shown you on TV.
Yeah, and you can do that for only $9.99,
Mm-hmm.
It's the enormous, big, bash, Triple H sledgehammer. And how do you feel about sledgehammers in wrestling, Scorpion?
Oh, I hate them. I think the only thing worse than a sledgehammer might be a machete or maybe a pistol, because they can't use them. They're not going to shoot somebody. They're not going to hit somebody with a sledgehammer. I have never in my life, I used to be a plumber and I would drive iron stakes with a sledgehammer. And I have never once put my hand over the end of the sledgehammer and then hit the stake. It's not how they're meant to be used.
Yeah, I know it, man. But just think, you can get your little grandson this one, and he can bonk you on the head all you want. And it's, but don't do this at home, kids. You know, don't try this at home. Save that for professionals. Yeah. And when you teach them to hit you with this big rubber, big bash sledgehammer, make sure that he puts his hand over the head of it, just the head, just in case he does hit you a little bit too hard.
Yeah.
No, we don't need any more concussions.
God, my grandson does not need to be encouraged to hit somebody with a hammer. That's all I can say. I don't know how as a company you get away with, oh, by the way, don't do this at home, but here's a hammer you can hit people with.
Yeah. And I know you had another one along those same lines. You pointed out to me a lot of these, just so you know, a lot of these came off the professor. I know Texas got a couple we'll get to, but a lot of these, all these coming up right now are off of the professor's list that you're reading. But I'm going to jump ahead if you don't care, because you pointed out to me about like don't do it at home day. And I didn't realize this until I had a look. It's ages 6 to 10, and it's the WWE Money in the Bank briefcase, Jeremy.
Oh, yeah, it baffles me. It's like you can open with hey, these are professionals, don't do this at home. But here's all the shit you need to do this at home. It's like, is my grandson going to get a 24/7 title and then I'm going to whack him over the head with a hammer and pick that title up for myself? Yeah. I don't know where this heads. I don't know where it goes, but I don't know how you get away with, don't do this.
Yeah.
But if you do, here's a Money in the Bank briefcase that you can cash in at any point.
Well, for best I could tell, and I'm just going to throw this out there, they probably have them, but as best I could tell, that Money in the Bank deal is it's a collector's case that I guess you can put a certain type of figurine, and of course I found a shitload of those when I was looking my research up. So I guess you can put figurine, but I would think like, you know what? Why don't you make us a lunchbox? How about that? I don't know. It's just an idea. But yeah, I can see then again, I can see someone going to the cafeteria and they're like, I'm going to bash this guy with my Money in the Bank like a lunchbox, because it's the WWE case and that's what they do in WWE. And guess what? I'm cashing in my Money in the Bank and I'm going to get a second lunch today.
Yeah, I can see that.
So,
it reminds me, 25 years ago, Marilyn Manson's first album came out. And they have that song Lunchbox.
Okay.
And next motherfucker's going to get my medal. And it was talking about beating somebody's ass with a lunchbox.
Oh, geez.
Yeah. A song that, again, I hope my grandson never hears. I don't need him. Yeah. He got in trouble for punching a kid at school the other day. And I don't need him hearing about whipping somebody's ass with a lunchbox.
Right. There you go. There you go. What else you got on there?
Well, the next one is one that I might get a little angry while discussing because, I'm going through a divorce and my wife has my dogs on top of my car and my house and everything else. But, if I were to get my dog some wrestling memorabilia, I might get Ollie, my biggest greyhound. I might get him like a collar that looks like maybe the NWA TV title or something.
Okay.
But you know what I wouldn't get him is a dog bed that looks like this current classical ring WWE title shit.
Yeah, I saw that. You or Tex won. Actually, I think Tex put that on our graphic for this week. It's the dog laying in the WWE title bed. And actually, the dog, I'm like, okay, yeah, probably deserves a little bit better than that. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So, I don't know. Like you said, man, get them the NWA, get them a collar with the NWA TV title that's soon to be seen, hopefully. So,
yeah.
Not a fucking bed with the WWE title on it. Just, and it does look like a rather small dog, too. So I guess you can probably get a bigger size for more money, of course. And I know we're not giving out the links or whatever at these goof gifts or whatever. But yeah, I would imagine you could buy, up to a bigger dog if you wanted to. And they probably got small, medium, and extra large doggies or whatever that you can buy that bed for. But no thanks.
Yeah. And I hope you're right because like Ollie, my older greyhound, he is hip height at his shoulder. And 105 pounds. I mean, he's a huge, I've walked him in public and had people ask me if he's a Great Dane. He's so goddamn big.
And those greyhounds are beautiful too, man.
Oh, they're great dogs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah,
just that fucking, I don't like these title belts. This class ring look, I do not care for.
Yeah. Well, we had our whole show about the, ugliest and most useless belts, out there. So, you can catch that episode. It's over on it's on our podcast, of course. It's over on the YouTube channel too. There's a really good little, I think it's a 20-minute video that Tex put together where we go through all the ugly ass titles, that we compiled a type 10 on that. And, that's over at tinyurl.com/BB video for the YouTube channel. That was a good episode. I mean, not that we've had good or bad or indifferent, whatever, but the way he edits that, if you just go watch the 20-minute video, it's like, wow, that was probably better than the podcast because he cut it all the bullshit out and got down to these 10 ugly fucking titles,
Oh yeah, and there's some ugly ones in there, yeah.
Yes, there are. So anyway, I just kind of gave a cheap plug for the YouTube channel there, just kind of putting that out there.
Yeah.
Can I jump to one? I know Tex sent one in.
Yeah.
And he said, I think this deserves a prize. And I did hope you don't mind to drop one in here, but I opened it up, the link, because you guys were going back and forth and I had some other stuff going on. I was like, I got to get back on there. And I already had some other research done from Friday, like you and I talked about off the air there. But, yeah. So, I guess this is, Uncanny Brands, the WWE Championship Belt Waffle Maker.
Oh.
Start your breakfast like a champion. Waffle Iron. And it's a waffle iron. And it was on sale for $39.99. But guess what? It's on sale now for $36.90. Save $3 here, Professor.
Well, hey.
You can make a waffle. And when you take it out of the fucking waffle maker, it looks like it has a WWE emblem on it, like the belt title. So it is a championship. Speaking of championship belts, you can get a waffle like the start your day of a fucking champion with the waffle iron, man.
Yeah. Maybe if it was a panini press, maybe I'd be influenced. Maybe I would consider it. I don't eat waffles, and I sure as shit am not eating a waffle with the WWE logo on it.
Nor am I.
Yeah.
And I'll tell you, I eat at Waffle House. I ate at Waffle House a couple weeks ago, and it's big out here in the South, man, and that's the best. You haven't lived, you had a Waffle House waffle. I didn't have one, but I'm going to tell you, I'm one of those guys, generally, if not Christmas Eve, but on Christmas Day, I have been known, because I used to travel when that was a big day in wrestling, like we talked about. In a Waffle House, I don't even know why the fuck they have locks on the door, because they never close. And I usually, I'm not a big sweet fan. I eat a piece of pie at Thanksgiving, etc. I'll probably eat some pie but usually around Christmas time, when I do go to Waffle House, I do order me a waffle, but I do not want the WWE Championship Belt Waffle Iron emblem when I'm eating that. I want a good ass Waffle House waffle.
There's that. And I'm trying to remember when I was in Mississippi, I don't remember if I only ate at Shoney's or if I went to a Waffle House.
You would know if you went to a Waffle House.
Well, Bobby, you also got to remember I had a bit of a drinking problem. I don't remember a lot of shit, so whatever.
Yes, I do know. I'm with you. So yeah. Okay. So anyway, I put that one out there because, as Tex said, he said, that has to win some kind of prize. Or you said that maybe he sent it to us. So
yeah, anyway. I think I said that to him. All right. So the next one I'm going to go to, this cracks me up a little bit. So my dad had a little brother and, he was only a few years older than me. Okay. So when I played Little League, he would take me out to practice, catch and shit, and he would let me chew Copenhagen when I was 7 years old.
Okay, good God.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's no. There's no gradual entrance in my family. You just,
I hear you.
Yeah. You don't do jaywalking before you do armed robbery. You go all the way in. So as a kid, I actually enjoyed things that looked like cans of chew, and one of them was a like beef jerky snuff.
Yep.
This is one that caught me off guard. There is Sable beef jerky chew
Yeah. Well, in the words of Tex, Vince is shameless.
Shameless.
And you all sent me the picture of the beef jerky chew. Sable's picture on it says power or something, POWR. Like, okay, attitude. And this your beef jerky snuff can. Okay, yeah. Thank you.
I mean, I come from a family where the men's pants have a permanent round circle in the back from where they carry their can of Copenhagen,
Well, it's a skull country out here, just so you know.
But, okay, yeah.
We don't have it. We're skull people out here, but and I'm not saying they're not Copenhagen, but I do know this. I don't know anyone has the fucking jerky and a snuff can of Sable's picture on it.
Yeah, I don't even know.
Great stocking stuffer.
So, the reason I picked out the stuff I did is just like, what, as a business owner, what makes you go like, oh yeah, to promote my business, let's give little kids cans of chew. What the fuck? I mean, just, kids don't hurt each other and don't use tobacco because it's an addiction. But, here's a blow up hammer and a can of chew with a hot chick on it. What you do with it now is really none of our problem. I told you not to do it earlier.
Yeah, we put the disclaimer there.
Yeah. Not our problem now. It's, here you go. Yeah. Here you go. Oh, God, yeah. Man. Yeah, I was chewing tobacco at a very young age.
Woo! Okay. All right. That was a good one. We had those. So I'm going to do this just to kind of mix up the show a little bit.
Sure,
okay.
Sure.
How about if I drop in number 3 just right now? Yeah. Just one that, like, I had a top 3, what we called cool gifts, and we'll get to, some more stuff, some goof gifts and gag gifts and weird shit and cheap ass marketing ploys or whatever as a business owner they put out there. But, I come across this one and I popped a little bit when you told me something, but I'm just going to lay it out there and you can tell me the story there. But I found this, black luchador bottle opener, man, and I thought that was pretty damn cool. I know there was a blue one too. And of course you got pins, mugs, keychains, all that. But this black luchador, there's a blue one, like I said, I'm not using, whatever, but, one of them was sideways like a bear, or one of them was like a side headlock one, and the other one was like a bear hug where you open your bottle. And that was, I thought that's pretty cool. And lo and behold, I think, Scorpion, I think Jeremy might have something, right?
Yeah, actually, if I go out to Jeremy's drawer right now where he keeps like all his spoons and shit like that for cooking, there is actually a black luchador. It looks like he's given a pile driver bottle opener.
Yes, that's what I thought, kind of a bear hug. Yes, more pile driver.
Okay, But yeah, either one of those would cover it. But actually, a friend came back from a trip to Mexico with that.
Cool.
And that, I'm sure you can buy it anywhere, but the fact that it came from Mexico just kind of made it a little bit cooler.
Right, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. Well, that's one of the cooler gifts I thought, and I thought we'll put that in there just to have a cool gift. I know the blue one was like a side headlock. That's only 2 I did see, but those were available on there. But, the black one was the one that looked like they was pushing. So pretty cool, man. Let's get back to some other fun ones. But yeah, you can get that on Amazon anyway.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Okay, so I wanted to cover real quick, and we're not going to dig into it too deep, just so it doesn't sound like I'm just shitting on the WWF.
Okay.
Or WWE.
Yep.
Early, late 80s, early 90s, I guess somewhere right in there were a bunch of toy manufacturers that were hoping to stumble upon the next He-Man or G.I. Joe or something. And one company had done the Warlord series by DC Comics, but in the exact same character molds, they were making AWA wrestling toys. And they were some of the shittiest wrestling toys I've ever seen. and it amazes me that Vern would go along with having toys made of his people that work for him anyway. Because Vern, like, one thing that, all the mistakes aside, whatever, one thing Vern didn't go for was trivializing pro wrestling. It was not a fucking joke. It wasn't a game. It wasn't a
Yep, you're right.
Yeah.
You're right.
And I mean, the reason that Hulk Hogan jumped ship is because he was too jokey for Vern Gagne to take serious, put the title on.
Yeah.
And then for him to turn around and like make, allow a toy line is just baffling to me.
So pretty crappy toys, huh?
Oh, they were shit ugly. Yeah. They looked like if you took the He-Man characters and cheapened them out in the worst way possible, that's what they look like. Everybody was the same size. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, don't need that. You know what else you don't need?
What's that?
A pair of adult men boxer briefs. I am not wearing, I'm going to mention a wrestler to you, but I'm not wearing another man's boxer briefs on mine. And they got the AJ Styles adult boxer briefs for $10. I'm like, no, just like you're not sticking another man in your mouth with a toothbrush, I'm not wearing another dog. Man, I don't give a fuck if it's a John Holmes, okay? Mm-hmm. I'm not wearing another pair. I wear boxer briefs. I am not wearing a pair of boxer briefs with another man's name on it, and that fucking even goes for Calvin Klein.
Yeah.
So what do you think about those?
Well, yeah, I don't even like to have the word Hanes printed on my underwear. Just, you know.
Yeah.
The only time you should be okay with having another man's name on your underwear is if you are in a gay full-time relationship and that's your husband's or boyfriend's fucking underwear. That's the only time I can see that being okay. And, okay. Yeah. Hey, if that's the case, you accidentally grab your husband's underwear, fine, whatever. Me, I'm not, for a purely just like germaphobe factor, I will not wear somebody else's underwear. Yeah. I won't even put a pair of panties over my head, just in case.
Oh, guilty, no.
Well, no, I mean, if I were being honest, yeah, I've done it. I just wouldn't do it again, you know.
Right, there you go. Yeah. Oh man, let's move on. I know we've got a couple more minutes here before we get into another couple cool ones we thought, but anyway. Oh man, you got anything else yet?
Well, there's the Eric Young plastic beard.
That's what I hope you was bringing up next.
Yeah. Bobby, I don't even know where to start on this thing.
It was like, Eric Young plastic beard. And you're like, what? It's only $5 though.
Well, there's that, I guess.
It looks like a fucking beehive with a slit in it.
Yeah.
In the picture, but then the guy that's got it on is like really dark black, and you can tell it's just a dark black plastic, and it just like it. I don't know anyone that was. I don't even know anyone on Trick or Treat that would want to put this gimmick on your face. It just looks. One of them, the brown one looks like a beehive. The black one, you can see the shine in the plastic, and it's probably the worst looking kitty costume. And this is for adults, by the way. So It's the worst looking kitty costume mask you can imagine from the 60s to nowadays. It's just a shitty looking gimmick, man, for $5. I'm like, I don't know where you go with the Eric Young plastic beard, no idea.
In my life, I have never once thought, what I need right now is a fake beard, for whatever, who's supposed to wear this damn thing? Is this for the fans? I don't know.
I guess.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like, and here's the weird thing, is like, normally the WWF and wrestling companies, they put their logos all over shit. So, like, if this had like a WWE or something on it, or whatever,
yeah,
that would make sense. This is just a plastic beard. I mean, there is nothing.
It might be some wrestling show somewhere, some gimmick table. Someone came up with this and said, they sell these little lucha masks for $5, and they sell these little thumb wrestlers for a few dollars. And of course, people are selling your picture, your T-shirts, whatever. That's fine. This looked like something that might have come off some independent wrestling shows, little gimmick tables, and they've said, you know what? I come across it at some flea market somewhere, some swap meet somewhere, and that looks like a beard. How about if I do this and I start selling them on the shows for $5, and we'll call it the Eric Young, plastic mask, plastic beard mask or what have you. And I'm with you. Like, I don't know at any point I wanted to say, you know what? I think I want to have a beard today, and I'm going to, by God, you know what I've got? I've got an Eric Young plastic beard, and I'm going out today to play my lottery with my plastic mask on, so people think I've got a beard.
Yeah.
Hey, Bobby, when did you get a beard? Surprise!
Oh, yeah, I got it last night. There are things I got to talk about this again real quick. Tim Storm in episode 1 or 2 of the NWA season 1, he challenged his last match against Nick Aldis for the title, right? Mm-hmm. But I looked out in the crowd, and there's like 9 guys out there with the NWA title, and I'm thinking, Tim, just grab one of those fuckers and pin him. Take his belt, just grab him, fucking get it. So there are things like a t-shirt, Okay, you know what? I've got like a Slayer t-shirt, a Maiden t-shirt, rock band and shit like that. My buddy's, tattoo parlor, I've got a t-shirt. Matter of fact, I'm wearing that one right now. So, it's like a brand I want to help promote. I'll wear it.
Right.
Okay. Then you got guys that wear like the AWA ripoff, Cena t-shirt, okay, you're a fan of his, I get it. But who makes merchandise without any identification of what it is?
Yeah.
I mean, this looks like, you're right, it looks like a log or something,
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh
man, I don't know.
If you flip it upside down, it kind of looks like a dead Sasquatch.
Yes. You can put it on top of your head, maybe.
Yeah.
and grow a foot. I don't know.
I don't know. I don't get this one. It's really weird.
Oh, man. Any other weird ones? Because I've got a couple pretty cool ones here. I'm going to drop on you.
Okay. These aren't, I'm not going to name them.
I was to say whatever. Go ahead.
Well, no, I'm not going to name anything specifically, but when I was, like Googling and, Amazon searching yesterday, there's a whole lot of bootleg NWA shit from back in the day.
Oh, really?
Okay. Horseman and Dusty and Flair, like, just like weird print on demand, like t-shirts and, mouse pads and, just shit that you look at and you're like, okay, I know this isn't officially licensed.
Right.
Yeah. And it's only a matter of time till somebody reports it, but somebody's making their $2 every purchase right now.
Right. Yeah.
And, I saw a whole bunch of like weird ones, just like, like throw blankets with a horribly outsized, like, Four Horsemen logo on it. Shit like that.
Yeah, man. I wish the boys were getting that money, not some fucking person that's, doing something illegal and, merchandising stuff that shouldn't be merchandising. The boys should be getting a kickback off of that, man. That's just my opinion, and I'm pretty damn right on it.
You're absolutely right. Also, I just want to say that, on AEW, Tully Blanchard is managing somebody now, and I am so happy to see Tully out there doing stuff. Cool. Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I saw some still shots of him talking to some people, so I was like, that's cool.
Yeah.
Good deal, man. Yeah. You was talking about great time to be a professional wrestling fan. We was talking about NXT earlier. We've talked about the NWA. You've talked about just now AEW. Also, New Japan.
Yes.
They've got their American offices open up, I think, and they're going to have some TV soon. One of the cooler gifts I saw, because I'm just, like you, we're wrestling fans. We do like stuff. We're not shitting on every little thing, but I saw a really cool, New Japan hoodie, man, on Amazon. I thought that was a pretty cool, we got pin me, pay me shirts out there somewhere. We'll give you that link. I don't know where it's at right now off the top of my head, but I saw this New Japan one. I was like, holy shit, that's a hoodie I'd wear. I love hoodies. I love t-shirts. I'll get people that give me t-shirts and for a certain brand or whatever, and I'm like, a collar and elbow, for example. I'm like, I'll put them over, man, because that's the brand I want to push, Yeah. But I saw the New Japan one, and I was like, being a fan of Japanese wrestling and New Japan, I was like, it was pretty cool. I thought that was a good gift, and if someone opened her a gift and they're a wrestling fan like you or myself and our listeners, that would be a pretty cool gift, I think.
I think so. Yeah, I would absolutely think so. New Japan, they have blown up huge in the last few years here, the Bullet Club and then, their contribution to AEW, all that stuff. Yeah. That's a big one. My brother just got an AEW hoodie yesterday.
Okay.
That's kind of cool. I mean, my joke of them being a t-shirt company stays alive because of that, but
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Gotcha. Yeah. And this time of year, depending on where you're at, but there's a large portion here in the Northern Hemisphere that, hoodie's a good thing to have. So I think that'd be one of the cooler gifts, It beats the fucking thinking you're going to warm your face up wearing the plastic beard, So a hoodie, I think, is a good way to go for a gift.
Yeah. I agree because, I just bought a hoodie myself just because it's been cold. A hoodie's a great way to,
good reason.
Yeah. I don't know where that beard comes in, but absolutely.
Oh, fuck. What else you got, man? Anything?
The last one I was going to bring up, and I got to go back and find this stupid thing. You know what? And we already did it because you jumped ahead a little bit. So there is well, I'll just bring this up just because.
Okay, I didn't know I jumped ahead. I'm sorry.
No. It's just because my thoughts are disorganized on paper here.
Okay.
There is a actual Money in the Bank replica briefcase. An actual, this is like a $100 or $200.
Oh, not the kids one.
Yeah, not the kids one.
Okay, gotcha.
This is so as much as much of a hard time as I give to people who have replica belts, and honestly, it's not, owning the belt isn't the problem. It's carrying that shit out in public that I have an issue with, you know. If you carry a wrestling belt in public, there should be the 24/7 rule, and you should have to defend it. I've got an NWA title belt. Yeah, sure, it's by my lightsaber, but, you know. But Bobby,
I just pulled this up. Apparently, it's a real Money in the Bank green briefcase. They've got two colors, actually. You can get the other one's the gold briefcase. But yeah, look, if you're walking down the street carrying a fucking WWE Money in the Bank briefcase, don't be surprised if someone don't come up and whack the living fuck out of you from behind. It could be a fucking mime, and they could hit you from behind and take your fucking briefcase. But you know what? If you're an adult male carrying a WWE Money in the Bank briefcase, and you get hit from behind and someone takes your briefcase, and be sure to fucking head with it till there's nothing left of it, you probably deserve it.
You absolutely, who the fuck is this for? Okay, title belt, I get it. You know, you can hang it on the wall or put it with your, you know, in a display case. Okay, that makes sense, you know, in some degree.
Yeah. Take it down and go to a big show and get some of the champions to sign it. Then put it back in your case when you get it home. Don't wear it. Don't. But when you're taking it to a show, hey, man, and they've got a good replica belt and you want, look, all these people signed it. That's one thing. Go home, put it back with your collector shit. But I don't see any adult male wrestling fans, and if you got one, too bad. I hope someone be sure to fucking head with it. You don't need a damn WWE Money in the Bank fucking briefcase. Sorry.
What do you do with it? I mean, do you put this on the shelf and show it to people? That's because my collectibles, they're hung up about the apartment, so I can show people. Like, my buddy of mine came over last time. I'm like, oh, hey, check out my Conan the Barbarian swords.
Okay.
You know, shit like that, right?
Right.
So, Money in the Bank briefcase. Hey, check out my Money in the Bank. Well, what the fuck is that? Well, see, in wrestling for 20 years now, they've had a thing where if you win a match, you get a briefcase, and then you can, like, use the briefcase to... I don't want to fucking tell a 20-minute story, okay?
Exactly.
That's my lightsaber. You know, that shit that
people know what the fuck is from.
Yeah, you know, that thing that Luke Skywalker killed Darth Vader with. There it is. What is that? Well, that's the underwear that Luke Skywalker was wearing when he killed Darth Vader. But, yeah, fuck. I don't get this one. It's as bad as the beard. I just don't understand it.
Yeah, I'm with you, man. I'm with you. Well, you found it, and then when I looked, I was like, okay, yeah.
Oh yeah, that was just
might be the worst.
I probably sat here and stared at that for 30 minutes, just baffled. Like, well, what is this? Nobody's walking around like with their sales brief from work or anything. You know, you're not taking that like, you know, I got a major sales call. Where's my Money in the Bank briefcase? I got to get all my stuff together. Nobody's carrying this thing around, and you know what? Nobody's showing this to anybody, right? Am I right? I mean,
yeah, I think you're right.
Yeah,
I hope you are.
Yeah. Oh, geez. All right, Bobby. So you got a couple cool things. What are those?
Yes, I think this is the top of the list for any wrestling fan. Just Jim Cornette's book, you know, the paperback version of the edition of the Behind the Curtain, the Real Pro Wrestling Stories. I know all the Cornette members probably, get the autographed editions and things like that. And that's great. And I hope you do go to Jim, at Cornette's Collectibles, whatever. But also, and if you go through Amazon, he does get a piece of it, I'm pretty sure. But it's on there for only like $11.95. It's the comic book or the graphic novel. It's the Cornette's, the Behind the Curtain, the Real Pro Wrestling Stories. I think for any wrestling fan, especially listen to this podcast, they would probably enjoy that because, from my understanding, I haven't got it yet, but from my understanding, man, it's some really good behind the scenes stories, and I know he's put a lot of the boys over in it, and it's just, to me, it looked like a really cool Christmas gift for the wrestling fan and your family, so, or friend or what have you.
Yeah, that's the one where it's like his stories that turn into a comic, right?
Yes, they put it to like a graphic novel comic book type thing. So it looks pretty cool. Like I say, it's up there, like, for the, true wrestling fan. And I know our fans are pretty educated, so I know they like to read and stuff. And I know they, they keep up on, top of things in the wrestling world. And, plus I think our fans are smart to the fact that, hey, they know when they're doing something like that or purchase something like that, they're also helping, another podcast or another show or one of the boys out, so. Just kind of, just put that out there.
Well, I was going to say, I would say that our fans and listeners are probably, when it comes to pro wrestling and their own careers, whatever they're in, are probably some of the smartest people, the most well-read, well-rounded people. Cause like on an almost daily basis, I have a conversation with a listener or two, and they'll hit me with shit that I've forgotten about, or in a lot of cases didn't know, because it'll be like very specific to a region or something, or a character or a wrestler that I just don't know that much about, or I don't know as much as I should.
Yeah.
And they'll hit me with shit, and I'm like, holy fuck, yeah, I never put that together. I never thought of that, one of our listeners was on a Junkyard Dog tear this week,
Yeah, that was pretty cool. Post out there. Yeah. Very cool. Very cool. And, I'll tell you this too, and I'm big on this, but like yourself, you've got to get them DMs from someone. And, I know Tex, has helped us with some top 10 lists before and stuff. When I get them, a lot of times, I can tell by the way they write, they're an educated person, like they know, okay, I'm talking about, the Junkyard Dog, or we're talking about the top 10 this week of cool gifts. You just see by the writing, like they really they put it together, like just, it makes sense to you. You're like, what? You don't have to go look, because it's right there to say, like you said, it might be something you forgot, like the Junkyard Dog. When you follow that tweet, or that post, you could tell they're educated, not only to the wrestling business, but they're not writing stuff that you have to sit there and like decipher it. It's like, no. Here it is, man. And, they just putting the songs on there to, grab them cakes and Atomic Dog. And of course, another one bites the dust, and it's like, you just knew, you know what I'm saying? You knew everyone in that message was smart,
absolutely.
And wrestling and outside of wrestling. That's, So there you go, wrestling fans. We're putting you over.
Absolutely. Well, it's, we interact. Why don't you throw out our Twitter handles just so people know where to find us?
Yeah. Okay. So if you want to follow the professor, who's out this week because a Scorpion Clause has been in, but you can follow Jeremy over at the Geekish Cast. On Twitter, the Geekish Cast. You can follow me at Bobby Blaze 744. That's my Twitter, and that's my only social media at the current time. So that's where you can get me at. Anything that we have out there, my name's on. If you you can hit me on Twitter. Otherwise, Jeremy or Tex will send me something, and I really appreciate that. But if you want to interact with me, I'm at Bobby Blaze 744. But our joint account, and you'll see Jeremy write stuff on there and other people as well. But if I put something, you'll know it's me. It's Bobby Blaze 744, or I'll put Bobby on it because it's called Bell to Bell Blaze, and that's the joint account. We got about 2,000 people that follow us on there on that account. And you can send in your submissions for what you think would make a great top 10. You can interact and, you can just say, hey, here's an idea I like, or, I saw this over on YouTube and you tag us in it. That's great, And I have to say this, when this podcast started, Jeremy asked me about another Twitter page. And I said, if you want to do one, you can. And I'll say this, I appreciate him taking the time to do it because it's hard to run a Twitter page sometimes. I know you got a Facebook page, group and a page out there. But again, if you want to follow Jeremy, go to the Geekish Cast. You want to follow me, go to Bobby Blaze 744. Or if you want to follow a joint account, it's Bell to Bell Blaze.
Yeah, absolutely. Get on there if you're on Twitter. Feel free, hit us up. We actually both really enjoy talking to people. That is the only place Bobby does it. I am also on Instagram and Facebook, and, Bell to Bell actually has Facebook pages and a group.
Cool.
Search for them. Now, when you're on there, though, what you need to realize is that Bobby isn't on those pages. That's me or Tex, and then we get back to Bobby with what's there.
Yes, and I appreciate y'all keeping that very professional, so thank you.
Yeah. It's fun. A lot of people are on there, and we have, it's a small group. It's, 110, 105 people, something like that. But they're passionate fans, man. I love that. We got people down in Venezuela who, write to us, like that dude that has that judo club or jiu-jitsu club down in Venezuela.
Yes. Right on.
I hear from him like once every 2 or 3 weeks.
Cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
Well, give him a shout out there to your gym down there in Venezuela, the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu club down there. That's real cool. Very cool.
Yeah, absolutely. So yeah, guys, if you're on social media, look us up, find us, hit us up. If you got an idea for the show, let us know. We are always, we may not get to it right away, but trust us, it goes in the bank and, it goes in our money in the bank briefcase, and we'll get to it later.
Get ready to say that. Yeah.
All right. Bobby, what else you got for us?
All right, man, I'm just going to put this out there, even though we didn't do a top 10, okay?
Okay.
We did a bunch of gifts today, and it was all great. Some of them gag gifts, some of them weird shit gifts, whatever. Some of them fun gifts, whatever. And we threw in a couple cool gifts out there here and there, man. So I'm just going to say, I'm going to put out there just for our fans. And if you're new to the show, we've got a rule, and it's the free bird rule, man. So we haven't used that for a while, Scorpion. I'm going to drop it out there and finish it with this. On top of all these gifts, whether you think they're weird, cool, funny, educational, what have you, you know what'd be a cool gift?
What's that?
I've got 2 books out there on Amazon, man. I got 2 books, and it'd make a great, great Christmas gift. If you're a wrestling fan, and you probably are if you're listening to this show, and you may have already read one or both of them, and believe me, I appreciate it. But if you don't have a copy of Pin Me, Pay Me, Have Boost Will Travel, get you one. And you can do that by going to tinyrail.com/blazebook1. And number 2, I kicked out on 2, The Educational Wrestler, and that is at tinyrail.com/blazebook2. They're both available on Amazon. They both got a lot of positive reviews, and they'd make a great gift for the wrestling fan and your family, especially if they're of age, probably 16, 18 or older. Maybe not for an 8-year-old, but yeah, because there is adult content, imagine that. But I think you'll enjoy them, and if you have read it, leave me a review out there on Amazon. But again, just go to tinyurl.com/blazebook1 for Pin Me, Pay Me, or go to tinyurl.com/blazebook2 for I kicked out on 2, The Educational Wrestler. That's all I wanted to kind of say about that.
I've always been kind of funny about like, should a kid be reading that? And I'm like, I don't care if they're reading pornography. At least they're fucking reading.
Well, I'm going to say this. I had a teacher early on. I was up at an appearance, and the kid was obviously real smart to the wrestling, and he was at the gimmick table, and he come up and he wanted to buy a copy of the book, and I said, ask your dad, and his dad said, absolutely, because I'm an educator, and I like, how old? He goes, he's like 10 years old, but it's okay. He hears it. He sees it. It's okay. I've read the book. I want him to have a copy. Can you autograph it for him? And that kid was real smart to the business. And actually, I think he ended up taking, I think that little boy ended up doing Ricky Morton's camp a couple of times for kids, in the summer to wrestle. But yeah, I used to see him at shows. He's probably about 12 or 13 now, but I was like, I'm with you. Read.
Yeah.
I'm a big reader. I've got 2 books sitting over here right now. I'm reading, so yeah, I've got one on setting goals, and I've got one on World War I I'm reading. So yeah, I've always got a book around. Doesn't mean I read every day, but you know what? I usually do read every day.
Yeah, I don't read as much as I should. I am slowly getting through a book about Bass Reeves right now, which is fucking awesome. He was a black marshal in the Old West in Oklahoma.
Okay, cool.
And when this book came out, the guy who wrote it said this is the closest thing to the Lone Ranger that ever actually existed.
That does sound interesting.
Yeah, he'd wear disguises. He had an Indian scout that he worked with. I mean, it's pretty cool stuff.
What was the title of it?
This one's called Silver Gun Black Badge, I believe is what it's called.
Okay, cool. Very cool.
And
Very cool.
Bass Reeves is the guy's name, in case I got that wrong. But it's a great book. It's taken me, this is the kind of book that years ago I would have read in like 2 days, and now it's taken me weeks to get through just because I don't focus, and I should. So I guess what I'm trying to say is, hey everybody, go get a book and read.
Absolutely.
Yeah. If you haven't read Bobby's books, go get Bobby's books, read those, and then read something else.
There you go. Start somewhere.
Yeah, if you're just into wrestling shit, there are a ton of great books out there, and there's one I've been meaning to buy, Brock Rims on Twitter.
Yes.
He's got he's got a handful of books about Western United States pro wrestling, but When Wrestling is Big Time, which is about the territory that existed here where I grew up.
Yes, that looks really good.
It does. I really need to get a copy of that, and I keep going like, oh yeah, but I got to pay electricity bills.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm with you.
Yeah.
We understand that.
But yeah, if you're not following him on Twitter or you haven't bought his books, check those out. But especially check out Bobby's books. If you haven't got them yet, get them. If you've got them, get them for a friend. If you already got them for all your friends and you've run out of friends, you don't have any friends left, buy them for your local library. Okay? That's what I wanted to say, Bobby.
Thank you.
Yeah.
That I would appreciate that. I told you off there, I was actually at the library this past Thursday here at my hometown, in the Boyd County community, and the Boyd County Public Library. They've got both copies of my books now. I think one of them's out to the branch because there's 3 branches in this area. But yeah, I think that's a great idea. And it's not because it's my book really, but it is a great idea. But guess what? The library has books, and books. Mm-hmm. So go get a damn book or go read a magazine or get a newspaper. Yeah, I know you can get some of that stuff online, but you know what? Your local library, they'd probably like to have an edition of like, oh, we didn't have that wrestling book. Never heard of it, but you know what? I bet you once it's checked out, word of mouth spreads, and more people would enjoy reading that book. I know from personal experience from what people's told me. So that's a great idea. You might be the scorpion claws, but you had a hell of an idea there.
Yeah, it happens once or twice a year. All right. Okay. So, Bobby, we got anything else before we close up? And I think we might be done until New Year's.
Yes, I think we might be.
Yeah, because it's just going to be a little bit weird and hectic trying to get ahead here. And, I've spent all morning trying to get through Jeremy's Instagram feed, and it's nothing but hot redheads and Latinas, and I'm a little distracted. And in some cases, redheaded Latinas. I don't know what hashtag you use to find those, but yeah.
Woo. Oh, that sounds good.
Yeah.
Probably just another reason I'm not on Instagram. Because I found myself scrolling through a lot of stuff I probably did not need to be looking at. But no, I don't. Let me just say this. Hey, folks, Merry Christmas. I know you can listen to a lot of other podcasts, but guess what? I appreciate you listening to this one with Jeremy, the professor, and today the Scorpion with us. And, man, I'm going to tell you, just like I always try to, and I mean it most sincerely, take care of each other out there, man. Show some love, spread some kindness. I'm not giving you a line of bullshit. Try to share a smile with someone. It works, man. I'd just rather meet a friend than a foe. And this time of year, sometimes all that person needs is a simple smile or acknowledge that they exist or shake someone's hand and tell them, hey, happy holidays, tell them Merry Christmas. And I'll tell you this, Jeremy, guess what else I tell them?
What do you tell them?
Season's fucking greetings. I'll just tell them that just because, you know what, this time of year, someone not, you just might need that happy, warm fucking greeting. Like, man, hey, that guy took the time to say hello to me. And you might have made that person's day. And I think that's what we need to do more of. So, anyway, Merry Christmas, folks.
I agree with you 100%. This is going to be my first Christmas that I'm single in 20 some odd years. I don't know what I'm going to do, but I did find out that the Chinese restaurant across the street does dim sum on Christmas Day. So I got an idea where I'm going to be, even though I don't know what I'm going to do.
Right.
Yeah. Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, Joyous Kwanzaa.
Yes, absolutely.
Merry Yuletide. Have a great Saturnalia. For the 4 people on the planet that still believe in Mithra, Happy Mithra's Day. Outside of that, I think I've covered just about everything I know of.
Yeah, any faith you are out there, you know what, enjoy the holiday season, man. That's, just thanks again for listening and take care of each other. And hopefully, everything will be all right, man. And, you'll be at the Chinese restaurant and I'll probably be at Waffle House because they never close.
There you go. Yeah. All right, everybody. Thank you again for listening to us. Like Bobby was saying, we know you have a billion other podcasts you can listen to. Thank you for listening to ours. We try to put on the best show we can. Well, we probably could try a little harder to put on a better show, but we try very hard. We do appreciate your time. Bobby, thank you for co-hosting with me every week. I
yes,
do
sir.
appreciate
My pleasure.
it. I have a great time hosting the show and working on this show, so I'm just happy to do that. For myself, the Silver Scorpion Claws, and for Bobby Blaze, bye-bye, everybody.